How you doing?
All right.
Good morning.
You must be feeling good.
Feeling great, man. You know what? 3 wins in a row. Oilers are looking a little bit better. I know it's the Senators, but they got themselves back to 500 last night. Feels a little bit better than watching them lose games, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Those are must-wins games, though. They have to win those games against the Sens, right?
Well, the thing that I like about it is, yes, you're absolutely right. You have to beat the Senators. They are terrible. And first of all, I'll say how wrong I was. I expected the Senators to be at least decent this year. I didn't expect them to make the playoffs, but I didn't expect them to be this bad.
A lot of people thought they were going to be decent. Matt Murray's in net for them. Like, they thought, okay.
Yeah, exactly. They've got some guys that can score a little bit, but they are just trash. So the thing that I like
looks good. Yeah.
The thing that I liked about the Oilers beating the Senators twice is that so many times over the years, this team has had the opportunity to kick another team while they're down, and they just haven't had the chance to do it. But this time they did. They didn't let their reputation as slump busters come to the forefront, which was nice. It was a nice little surprise for once.
Old pool party. I've been using that all morning. I heard Grant call Puljujarvi pool party, so I'm going to use that
up from you guys at Oilers Nation.
Anyway, he looked good. A lot of people talking about the fact that that he is a very different player than the one we had a year and a half ago. I completely agree. And you know what? The thing was with Puljujarvi was he was getting chances all season so far, but he just wasn't able to cash. And I could imagine that, you know, even though expectations are lower for him in his second tour of duty with the Oilers, you have to imagine that the pressure was starting to grow on him and it was starting to weigh on him a little bit. And then to see him score 2 last night was great. The big smile on his face. And besides, that first goal he scored was a beauty, too. So yeah, I was saying that this morning. Yeah, that was a sweet goal, actually.
You got a nice feed from McDavid, a nice play on the puck, a nice move, great individual effort, second effort on it. So I was really happy for him last night. Not to mention he won me a bunch of money because I was prop betting last night. But I'm pumped for him because if he can actually turn into an impactful player for the Oilers, that's going to be a huge difference for this hockey club.
The other day was the 1-year anniversary of the Battle of Alberta, Mike Smith, Cam Talbot fight. That was one of the best hockey games I watched. They're saying Mike Smith might come back in like a week. Did you hear that last night?
Yeah, so that's kind of the word on the street is that Mike Smith's nearing a return. He's starting to skate a little bit. So it looks like he's getting closer. When that actually happens, though, who knows? Because, I mean, we still don't really know what's going on with him.
I've heard rumors. Nothing to substantiate what I sent you?
No, nothing that I've heard about it. So, okay. I mean, I don't know. So who knows what's going to happen? But the thing with Mike Smith coming back is he also is going to be a month and change behind everybody else. So he's going to have to get up to speed here in a real hurry. Well,
everyone is kind of... I think that's part of the problem with where the Oilers are right now. There was no preseason, and I get it. I'm not complaining. They should have been more ready to go than they were, but I think that's part of the issue with some of these younger teams, right?
I completely agree. I think the lack of... on Oilers Nation Radio, the podcast I do on Fridays, we spoke to Chris Versteeg a couple of weeks ago, and he talked about, especially for veterans, not having a preseason and getting into the normal rhythm that they're used to and the routine of a new season can be really impactful. And I wonder if that's what's happening for a lot of clubs, not just the Oilers. But the nice thing is, since we spoke last Wednesday, the Oilers are starting to look a little bit better on both sides of the puck, and that's encouraging. Hopefully it continues.
We haven't played the sad violin in a while. We're talking about the Oilers.
Yeah.
It's nice that we don't have to.
And we're going to be watching that Connor goal from Saturday night against the Leafs for the rest of our lives.
The thing that makes me happy the most in my life, I think, is, first of all, Toronto fans, they just can't let him go. No. And they never will. And the fact that he keeps putting up highlight reel goals against the Leafs just to throw it in their faces just makes me endlessly happy. It tickles my insides, you know?
Awesome. Always a pleasure, Baggedmilk. Thanks for your time today, bud.
Thanks for having me.